am with WWE Hall of Famer RVD. How's the energy in here tonight? Your boy won tonight, so I'm sure you're very happy.
Yeah, absolutely. And I kind of thought that he would, but you never know which way it's going to go. And the other dude's a black belt, so that was a hard fight. But they both had fun. Everyone's having fun. What a cool event.
An awesome event. I mean, Bulletproof was a purple belt going in there on short notice against a black belt, which was crazy. But I want to talk a little bit about your wrestling background, because you used to have teammates that would make fun of you for excessive flexibility or stretching too much. But how do you say that attributes to how long you've been in the game?
Well, I mean, people ask me all the time, like, I got asked just a little while ago, are you still going off the top rope? Absolutely, because I stretch. I stay at my maximum potential, and I'm still able to do all the moves, minus a few broken bones here and there that might make some moves harder. But yeah, stretching has always been key to me, and still today, I just wrestled 2 matches last weekend, and still I'm the only one that really gets down and stretches in the world of pro wrestling for a length of time.
And I'm sure that the combination of stretching and then CBD as well has been super helpful for you. You're here representing your brand, so how special is it to represent that tonight?
Yeah, so that's great. Good exposure for RVD CBD. I'm proud of my brand. As far as CBDs go, I know that I have the best, and all the reviews back that up. Even when people have tried other CBDs that don't work, for sure you can count on the one that the whole effing show is telling you to try, because it's the best product, got the best fighter representing it. I'll be back for more of these events for sure.
I definitely can't wait to check some of that out. Also, just looking back on your career, you're such a legend in the wrestling game, but do you think if MMA was bigger back then, you would have gone into MMA?
Yeah, I have no question about it. When I was like 18, 19, I was kickboxing and I was going to wrestling school, and I thought that maybe either one of them might work out for me. I did a tough man contest in Kalamazoo in 1990, and I took second place for the heavyweights, which I just barely made the heavyweight. Anyway, it gave me a lot of confidence. That and the kickboxing I was doing, I thought, like, hey, here, one of these paths is going to take off. It ended up being wrestling, so no regrets. So I've done pretty well there. But MMA didn't come around till several years later, and then the hybrid formed after several of the UFCs mixing all the arts to each other. But yeah, I think that because MMA is so popular, I think that even the regular couch potato knows a little bit more now about self-defense. If they have to choke somebody out at the supermarket, they might know how to close it off at the end, As opposed to years ago, you would see them and they just couldn't finish it. They couldn't finish it. They had no idea why what they were doing didn't work.
Absolutely no wrong path with you going down the wrestling route. As this is a cannabis-infused tournament, would you say that there would have been less wrestlers if that struggled with opioid addiction and alcohol addiction if cannabis were more accepted back then when wrestling was really, really hot?
Oh, no.
Still is hot, but back then when they were using opioids and pills to get through their pain.
Right, yeah, they don't do that as much anymore. The young generation is going to have a much longer life expectancy than most of my peers, because they either accidentally overdosed or they committed suicide from the concussions leading to CTE, depression, and so that's kind of going to be a thing of the past. And one of the reasons is because CBD, cannabis, they're not even testing for it anymore in WWE. If back in the day society looked differently at it, then for sure it would have saved a lot of lives. I've had wrestlers, and I've also had people at regular jobs tell me for years they wish they could smoke, but they get tested, so they have to drink instead, which of course is more dangerous.
It's such a powerful movement that we're doing here, and I'm so glad that you're here to support it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is WWE legend RVD. He's coming out here to support High Rollerz.
Every time. Wrestling and marijuana, two of my favorite things. Oh, and hot chicks now.
Yes, those are the best things in the world. Thank you so much for the time. We'll get back to the action.